Hello, I'm Honda Dash. I'm back again with my RC how-to playlist. This time is the hop-up for the rear and front sway bars for your Traxxas slash 4x4 truck. These are particularly good to have because it helps you reduce understeer or oversteer, and for hard terrain such as dirt or on road too, if you depend on if you want to do that on track and stuff like that. But this hop-up does cost $25 at your local hobby shop. If you do live in Longview, Washington, you want to go to Hooked Hobbies RC and tell them Honda Dash sent you. This part for this is 6898. It's made from Traxxas, and so let's get to that right now. Okay, so the parts that come with this kit are your front and your rear connecting things here. You got two different things. You got silver and black. This is your front. You can tell by the flat edge it is here, and then here's your rear. It has sort of an incline here, and I noticed that you have black and silver. Silver is for more like on-road kind of stuff, and the blacks are more of off-roading things. Now you can kind of switch these up too. Like if you wanted to reduce oversteer, you'd put a silver in the front and a black in the rear, and vice versa. To reduce oversteer, you want to put a black in the front and a silver in the rear. Now it comes with these connecting rods. There is a difference in these here. You can tell by how long the rods in the middle, kind of like just like your front and rear camber bars and stuff. There's just a little bit of a difference there. The tools you're going to be using for this is a 1.5 millimeter hex and a 2.5 millimeter hex. So what you want to do is to start putting these together. Is you want to start connecting the rear first. So what I decided to do is I want to reduce understeer. So I decided I'm going to put a silver in the front and a black in the rear. So to start doing this, there are optional things. You can put Loctite on these things if you want to, but for now I don't want to put Loctite on because I want it to be able to adjust it if I need to. That way it's not set. Then when I have where I set it, then I'll put Loctite on. But anyways, so you want to do is you want to take the first one here. You notice it has this round edge right here. It has the screw popping up right here. So you want to do is you want to take the piece for the rear here, and you want to stick it in that slot right there. And you only want to go maybe about halfway out, just roughly about kind of halfway in like that. Okay, now that I've tightened up both of these here, this is what it looked like when they're finished. They should take note that the front should have both screws pointing up, the rear should have both screws pointing up. Okay, so now what we're going to do is once you got everything assembled, bring your car out and take this here piece right here, and you should see that's kind of L here with your screws pointed up. You stick it in here and push them right between the shocks. Now you'll see here there's a groove right here where the bar should be right in there. It should fit right in that little groove. Put your finger there and then take your swinging arms here and swing them out like this, just like that. These holes right here where your shocks would go, but they pretty much don't go, but that's where you'll put the screws in right there, and that's where you'll take your wrench and you'll screw them right into there. It's like that. Okay, now that I've got the front completely on, I kind of skipped through the part where I'm putting it on because it's pretty much it's not rocket science. But anyway, the parts here goes in here, flat piece here, and if you notice here in the front, there's screws that are right here positioned. They go right in those pre-existing holes. And like I said before, it doesn't really prevent it from going up as more as it's preventing it from going this way towards the car, the interior of the car. And on the front of it, it goes in those pre-existing holes that are right there. They're pretty much made for these sway bars there on the innermost part of the A-arm. Now the front is the same as the rear. I mean, the rear is the same as the front in the respect that this goes this direction, and the bar here in the rear goes at an angle here, and then you put the two screws that are right there, preventing the bar from going backwards towards the end of the car. Now the rear is a little bit more difficult than the front in respects you have to put these two connecting rods through the rear of it and going underneath the shock. Now once you get those in, I do suggest that when you do this that you have it on the back side of the car and you put these in. Also note that you put the screws in first, then put these connectors in, because it's way easier and less likely to pop out on you. So depending on what you did for your car, that's pretty much it. If you want to do understeer or oversteer, like I explained in the first part of the video, but other than that, that is it. All it takes is that, and if you notice here in the car, when I pull it this way and this way, it keeps the car really level. And the low center of gravity here, and keeping it from rolling over and doing this. It's really hard to pull it and pull it up. Therefore, it's really hard to push it over this way too. It's really stable, and that's it. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to leave any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the section down below. Also, if you'd like to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button. Also, I greatly appreciate it if you do watch my videos to please hit that like button as well. If you'd like to contact me, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.